Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center. Here to congratulate you on your Heartland North Trail Ultralight 29 BHP travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, the only concern is leaving enough room for your awning. Quite a big awning, so be plenty of room for that to come in and out. On your off campsite, besides your big slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. They're both going to be behind your slide, or if you slide closed, behind your tires, on your off campsite, or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. Here's your power, there's your docking station for water. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, the first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Now, I do recommend on a unit this big, with your slide closed, find a stick-on level, stick it on there, have someone watch that while you're running this up and down. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Night docking light should you arrive at night. And if you lose power, under this rubber stopper right here is a manual override for this hand crank that'll get this up and down for you. Speaking of power, check your battery post now and then, make sure those haven't wiggled loose. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit is equipped with power stabilizing jacks. As I extend them, I am going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. They're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. I also want to tell you that kind of keep this bolt loose, and this will kind of float instead of being stiff like this. Keep an eye on your feet as you run these down. Just hit and extend. Sometimes one side will run down before the other. You're going to want to make sure that ends up flat. Sometimes they'll run down together, sometimes they'll run down individually. You see on the other side, we want to go and flatten that foot out. Now that's as far as you want to run these down, just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level, we're just trying to stabilize it. Get you some pads, put them down, run them down the front. Repeat the process here in the back. Again, make sure your feet are down. On some pads, we got to get our unit level and stable, then we can hook up our power and water. Big long 50 amp cord plugs in on the side here. The way these go on there, you'll see your groove. Squeeze that in there, turn it to your right, and then put on your black washer to lock that on there. Now at the end of that 50 amp service, should you need it, in your convenience pack will be a 50 to 30 dog bone, we like to call it, and then a 30 to 15 amp reducer in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. That's power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid into your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. Yours is going to be located on the campsite toward the front here. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. May have left it out last time we were camping, dumping our hot water heater. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, after that hose has been on for a little while, you go inside and open up all of your slides. Open your slide up, get access to all of your water lines, turn all of them on, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water. Then you can shut them off and you'll know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. Right over here on our campsite, right above the tires. Gravity fill this with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's a freshwater reed as well. Once that's full, and do not leave that unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, remove the hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. Just when you need this fresh water. Alright, we got power and water now. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. I'll continue on this campsite here with a couple of outdoor speakers, a vent for your microwave, flue for your furnace. Steer clear of that. If you're on your furnace, it does get hot, and make sure nothing's ever blocking it. Fresh water connection, a couple of 110s. We have a freshwater drain there in the blue, and low point drains there in the red and blue. Again, hot water heater. Big storage with your Flame King grill. That'll fit on a bumper grill back there. I'll show you where that hooks up at. Your propane does come with a cover. Is on a regulator. Just pointing toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Green will mean your gas is on. And here is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Here's where you're prepped for solar. Plug in the solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. More storage on the off camp side. Stabilizing jacks. Got a couple of tanks on this one. Got a gray tank up here. And then back behind your slide, you got our sewage drain, then our wastewater drain. This will be for your outdoor kitchen on the other side. Have an outdoor shower over here. Pull this handle out, store it back in there. Again, city water connection. Tank flush, we'll talk about that when dumping our sewer tank. Plug in your cable here, power here. Again, stabilizing jacks. Spare tire, I recommend getting a cover for these, keep them from dry rotting on you. Got our prep for a backup camera. And here's where your Flame King griddle will hook up and sit on this. Swings around here, you saw the hose. Underneath there is your quick connect for that. Or, you don't want to use the bumper griddle. Your unit is also set up with an outdoor kitchen area. Pull this out, set the griddle on, and still be able to reach that quick connect. Prep for TV out here as well. Cable 110. Outdoor fridge. Make sure you leave this locked for travel. Those are magnets. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up inside the unit. First thing I always like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Got a big closet to our right. And down here we got some controls for interior and exterior lighting. Slide control and awning control. Main thing I want to mention on your awning is I run it out a little bit. So as you see The bottom of your awning is white, top is gray. As you run it out, the white flap is going to fall down to 90 degrees and you'll be able to see the bar that it's hooked to. That's as far as you want to run it out. If you hold that button down and continue to run it out, it will start to run itself up and backwards onto itself after that point. So keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Make sure you only run it out as far as you want it. And don't run it out past the flap falling down to 90 degrees. Slide control, we utilize that when closing the unit. Coming up, we'll continue to our right. You'll have a 50-inch Summit TV that hooks up here. Little hidden drawer here, just give it a yank. Little storage area there. RV Technology sound system. That's dual zoned. You get music indoors, outdoors, or both. Worthy of every song we could. Shut it off indoors, now it's just outdoors. Worthy of all the praise. Bluetooth, AM, FM, and auxiliary. Hold that in and shut it off. Your fireplace, not just for looks. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, crank the heat up on this. It'll get it toasty in here in no time. Use their electricity instead of your gas to warm it up if you're at a campsite. Ton of 15s in your breaker box. Fuses. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. USB port down here to plug into. Speaking of your TV, make sure that when you run your digital channel scan that you have this green button pushed in. This will keep your doors from flopping around when you're traveling. Ever-chill controls are there as well as in here. Self-explanatory microwave. You have a light and a fan above your cooktop. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. See, you turn this to high, hit your spark. When your flames or gas is turned on, you'll get your light right there. No need for a pilot light for the oven. Turn that to that flame, hit your spark to light it, then set it to the desired temperature. Make sure you put this down for travel as well. Down below your oven is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, that is always running off your battery. So if you're out boondocking, dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use that battery disconnect up front if you're going to be gone for the whole day to keep this running your battery down. Our smoke alarm is above some more lighting for the bedroom. And our thermostat, which will control a fan, AC, and heat. Up and down over here for your temperature control. Bedroom does have a hand crank open vent there. A little bit of storage up under your bed. Closets behind your door where you are also prepped for a TV. Make sure when we're traveling that this door is snapped into open position. You can fold these legs down on that table, set them on this wooden lip here, put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another sleeping quarters. These are a little different. We can pull this drawer out. We're going to open this up and pull out a cushion. That cushion will go on top. And then we will jackknife this sofa down. And just that quickly, have another sleeping quarters. I'm putting everything back. Jackknife the front up first. Open up down here and put our cushion inside. Tuck that away. Just that quickly back to your sofa. 110 on the floor here. In our bathroom, do want to mention you've got 110 with GFCI reset. and our reader. Battery, fresh tank, that's when I said to hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks, here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric, and it does make a difference. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Check your plumbing now and then. Access panel right here. You're bouncing the house down the road. It's all PEX nowadays, so it's good stuff. Just keep an eye on it, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. And tank open. Power exhaust vent here. Bunk areas have their own lighting. And a little storage underneath there. That about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to come to my main control panel and shut off my lights. Then I can see any individual lighting I need to walk through and shut off. Our kitchen, our bedroom, and our dinette goes up here. Now we've got all of our lighting off. I'm going to say doors and drawers. Go through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Everything is secure for travel. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. If it's dark, turn on your living room lights and just hit slide in. As this comes in, I see our TV is on a swivel. Make sure that is tucked back into its rightful position. See, they utilize every inch here, so make sure you have nothing in between here stopping this slide from coming in. Slides in, shut off our lights, and exit the unit. Now I need steps. Opening or closing. Biggest thing to remember, leave your exterior door open all the way. Otherwise that will catch on it coming in and out. Lift that up. Lock your door in. Now before you leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt that door and lift and turn that handle. Now say before you leave the dump station, that's in case you want to go in there and check the levels of your tanks while you're dumping. If we are out boondocking, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks and dump our fresh water drain. Everywhere else, unhook your water, your cable, your power. Bring up your stabilizing jacks, hook up your hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. We've got 3 dumps on this, and your sewer is going to be the first one behind the tires. Park accordingly so you can utilize facilities. Grab your 10-foot hose, comes in your convenience pack, hook that up to your sewage outlet and pull that black handle. Now once that sewer is done draining, go inside, make sure it's empty, come back out here, leave that black handle open, leave it hooked up, grab the hose at the dump station and come up to this tank flush. Hook that hose up, let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose, make sure all that washout you just put in there has drained. When that is drained, go ahead and close that handle, remove it, and go dump that gray. Now that's going to be for your outdoor kitchen on the other side. Once that's done, remove that hose, come up here to your other gray tank, hook up and pull that. Now again, that's going to be cleaner water, it's your sinks and showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. While your last gray is draining, that's when I like to go ahead and dump my low point drains. They don't take too long to dump. Get up underneath here, open them up. When them are done, and if you're done for the season, want to dump your hot water heater, come in here, make sure you lift up on this pressure release valve first. That's going to dump a bunch of hot water out of there, so be careful when that's done. Push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull this drain plug. Gonna come back around, make sure that that last gray tank is done. When it is, unhook that hose, bring that hose back here, and conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this North Trail for many years to come. Happy camping.